More on the great tax debate. There's been a lot of talk lately about increasing taxes on the wealthy to raise revenue for various social programs. But some say there's a simpler way. Just collect what's already owed. Robert Frank takes a look at closing the so-called tax gap.
Every year, the IRS collects less than what it's theoretically owed, a difference known as the tax gap. New IRS data shows the tax gap at around $400 billion a year, or about 15% of the nation's total tax revenues. Larry Summers, the former Treasury Secretary who opposes a wealth tax, says the best way to reform the tax system is to start with basic collection. In a new paper, an op-ed with economist Natasha Sarin, Summers projected that the tax gap will grow to over $7.5 trillion over the next decade. At least 70% of those uncollected taxes come from underpayment by the top 1%, which he says contributes to legitimate concerns that the tax system unfairly advantages the elite. Audits of the wealthy have fallen by more than half over the past decade as the IRS cuts staff. In 2011, more than 12% of those making more than $1 million a year were audited. Today, it's 3%. Summers said investing $100 billion in stronger enforcement, better technology, and improved third-party reporting would yield over $1 trillion in revenue, generating $11 for every single tax dollar spent. Now, politicians on both sides say they agree that more enforcement would be better, but Congress has yet to allocate what many say is adequate funding.
The OECD says the United States has one of the most progressive tax codes in the world when it comes to collection from the rich. So we're collecting from the rich. We're just not enforcing all of the collection we could be doing. Again, this is a resources problem. Congress needs to get its act together and put money there.
Now, the Treasury Department saying in a statement to CNBC that, quote, the administration agrees that reducing the tax gap is an important goal. It wants Congress to approve measures in the next budget that would improve enforcement and oversight. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Robert Frank.